Hey there, I'm Jen Herman with Jen's Trends. And if you're wondering if you should be tagging or at mentioning people on Instagram or don't know what the difference between the two is, this is the video for you. So first, let's explain the difference between the two because the two terms are used interchangeably a lot of the time. It can be really confusing for people in terms of what they're actually doing. So at mentioning is when you put the at symbol in the person's username in a caption, in a comment, that sort of thing. And it basically tags them. They get a notification that they have been mentioned somewhere on Instagram and they can go see that mention. So again, that's an at mention where you put the at symbol and their username. Now, a tag is when the original content creator tags people in the photo or video itself. So in this case, they're going in during the upload or later during an edit process and tagging individuals to be considered in that content. They may or may not be at mentioned in that post caption, but they are tagged in the photo or video itself. So how are these different and which one is better? Well, when you put a tag on a photo or video, that person does get the notification, but that content is also in their tagged content gallery. If you go to someone's profile, you'll see that there is, there's the grid, there's usually an IGTV icon if they have an IGTV channel, there's a Reels icon if they have a Reels channel, and then there is the tagged content. So whenever someone has been tagged, that content shows up in that gallery for other people to see as well. If someone is at mentioned, only the person who is at mentioned gets a notification and they can go see that content, but it doesn't show up anywhere associated with their content. So this is different than some other platforms, and this is why it can be kind of confusing. So which one is better? Well, in general, it doesn't really matter. But for some businesses or brands or certain times, it can matter. Let's take, for example, if I am at an event speaking and I'm speaking in a room with hundreds of people and a bunch of them decide they want to take a photo of me and tag me in it on Instagram. If 200 people uploaded a photo of me on Instagram within that period of time and mentioned me, those would show up in my notifications. But Instagram notifications only show you the 100 most recent notifications. So I would see the 100 most recent tags. If they were at mentions, I would not see anything previous to that. And if there were likes and follows mixed in, I may only see 40 or 50 of those at mentions. Now, had they tagged me in the original post upload, then that would show up in that notification and I would see all of those regardless of how many notifications I had coming through my feed. So for more popular brands, or if you're tagging a company during an important or busy time frame where there's a lot of content created around them, it's better to tag them in the photo and at mention if you want to as well. At mentions allow other people to see reference to that person. So if I tag a company in my content, they see it, it shows up in their list of tagged content, but unless you were to tap on the photo to see who was tagged on it, there would be no reference to that company. So if I at mention that company in my caption and you're scrolling through and see my post, you're going to see the at mention. You're able to now tap on that at mention and go to that company's account to see their content. So really use them both when you can. They both have advantages and can both provide different value when you're trying to grow your brand, grow your business, grow your exposure, grow your awareness, and everything else on Instagram. So I can't say one is better than the other. I recommend that you use both of them. One quick little disclaimer on tagging people in the photo. Please do this conservatively and tag the actual people or brands that are in that image. So for example, if you took a screenshot of what you see right now, I could tag Kate Spade because my glasses are Kate Spade. I could tag any of the product brands that are on display behind me. I could tag the brand of the dress that I'm wearing. But I wouldn't go around tagging a bunch of people who are not in this image, or brands that are not in this image, or people or brands that are not in any way affiliated with that piece of content that I am sharing or providing a shout out to. So don't just start tagging for the sake of getting exposure or hopes that somebody will see the content and they're going to all of a sudden experience your, genius of content and want to follow you. No, that is not a good strategy. If you continue to tag people in content in which they do not appear, they will usually at least unfollow you, or they could report you, which could get your account flagged and put into temporary Instagram jail. If you're a repeat offender, you could eventually end up getting your account suspended. So please don't just tag people for the sake of tagging them. We want to make sure that we're tagging only the brands and people that are actually in that image, or that image or video are specifically related to. I hope you found this helpful. If you need help with your Instagram strategy, or you want someone to train your team on how to use Instagram, please reach out to me. Send me an email to Jen, Jenn, at JennsTrends, JennsTrends.com. And I will be happy to talk with you about your specific needs and strategy and how we can help you be more successful with Instagram. And I will see you in the next video.